Hello students. Let's get started with the worksheet that was given to you yesterday. The first question that you see here is order of operation. Alright, since we are not doing brackets, so let's remember the DMAS method. I'm going to write down DMAS here. DMAS. Divide, multiply, add and subtract. What do you think should you solve first? Since division is the first sign that needs to be solved, so I will underline this 18 divided by 3. Let's put an equal sign here. Bring down the 70 as it is. Don't change the place. Put the correct sign, multiplication. 18 divided by 3 gives you 6. Jot down the other figures along with the signs here. Alright. What comes next? Multiply. So I will underline multiply here. 70 multiply by 6. Simple. 6 sevens is 42. And then bring the 0 here. Plus sign. 6 minus 5. So when you add up 420 plus 6, it gives you 426 minus 5. What do you think your answer should be? 26 minus 5 gives you 21. So 421 is the answer. Let's move ahead with the second question here. We'll again take the sign, division sign first. So I will underline this first. Put an equal sign. Jot down 13 as it is. Plus sign. 25 divided by 5 gives you what? It gives you 5. Okay. Now you just copy down the rest of the figures and the signs over here. 13 plus 5 multiply 6 minus 8. What do you solve next? This, multiply, because division and then multiplication. So I will jot down 13 plus, I'll bring then the plus sign down. 5 times 6 gives you 30 minus 8. So what do you get now? 13 plus 30 gives you 43. 13 plus 30. 30 plus 10, 40 and 3, 43. Minus 8. 43 minus 8. 39, if I'm not wrong, let me check. I will confirm if I am going right or wrong. So I will minus like this. Always remember, children, to be in a safe side. In case if you go wrong while you're subtracting, then you lose your marks this way. So 4, 13 minus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 gives you 5. And this is giving you 35. So answer is 35. See, children, even I was also doing mistake there. So the answer is 35. 43 minus 8 is giving you 35. Okay, got the answer? In case you have got the answer wrong, kindly listen to what I explained it to you so that you may not do the same old mistake there. Alright, moving on to question number 2, the first one. Express 56 upon 400 as a percentage. Always remember, when you talk about percentage, what should come into your mind? The figure 100 there. Percentage out of every 100. Percent means out of every 100. So what are we going to do here? We're going to just write down 56 upon 400. Copy the same fraction as given. Multiply it by 100. because they have asked you to find out the percentage. Cut off the two figures, 2 zeros and 2 zeros. Okay, both the zeros are in your numerator and denominator side. So what are we left with now? 56 upon 4. 4 ones are 4. What is left here? 16. You bring your 1 here. 4 fours are 16. So the answer would be 14%. It was quite simple. Now moving on to the next part. Express 0.06 as a percentage. Now what comes into your mind when you see the 6 standing on what place? 6 is standing on the 100th place. The 0 that you see after the decimal point is your 10th. The second figure that you see here is your 100th. So it's when you convert it first into a fraction here, 6 upon 100 here. They have asked you again as a percentage. So percentage means out of every 100. So multiply it by 100. So what do you get here? Cut off the 2 zeros and cut off the 2 zeros. And your answer is going to be 6% is going to be your answer. 6 upon 100 itself is a 6%. Even if I had not multiplied it by 100 here, the answer would have been the same. 6 upon 100 itself is 6%. Okay? Now, moving on to the last question of this worksheet. And what are we going to be doing here? 15 divided by 5,000. Children, this was done in class, but again, since we are doing a revision and most of you must have forgotten the methodology explained to you, so I will again connect you guys with the method that I explained you earlier. Okay, so 15 divided by 5,000 is what? We're going to write it down as 15, put the sign here, by 5,000. Put an equal sign here. I'm going to just split this number 5,000. First, I will copy 15. I will also copy the sign here. I will split 5 and 1,000. How? 5, since it's a division sum, I will put a division sign here and 1,000 here. Now I have split it 5,000 into 5 and 1,000. Let's divide 15 divided by 5 gives you what, children? 3 divided by 1,000. You're left with 1,000 only. Now, if you remember, and I have always been explaining you, telling you that whenever you see a whole number, there's a point which is always in front of the whole number here. Okay, although it is not there, but there is a point always after a whole number. You have 3 here and it is divided by 1,000, so your decimal point is here, and if you are dividing, your decimal point will move back. It will move back. Mr. DL, do you remember Mr. DL? Mr. DL, multiply. If you're multiplying a digit, your decimal point comes ahead, right? And when you are multiplying, you are dividing, then your division sign, and you see your decimal point, the decimal point moves back, divide left. So Mr. DL, you remember that, Mr. DL, okay? We have 3 here, and I put a decimal point just in front of you, and I will move how many places, how many zeros do you see here? There are 3 zeros, so my decimal point will shift how many places back? 3 places back. 1, 2, and 3. Here comes the arrow. Here's my decimal point, and here we have the 2 zeros. Okay, so 0.003. And one cannot just put the answer this way. Since there's no whole number, we're going to just put a 0 here. Okay, so this is going to be your answer. And if you use a calculator to check your answer, the answer would be the same. All right, let's move ahead with the rest of the questions now. All right, so let's do simplify sums now. We have two questions given right on top, multiplication and division. So let's do the cancellation. I'm just going to do it right over here. Put a 1 down if you want to. 12 times 1, 12. 12 times 2, 24. I took a number from the denominator side and I also took a number from the numerator side. So what do you get? 12 ones are 12. 12 twos are 24. So there's nothing left on the denominator side. We are only left with 5 and 2. 5 times 2 gives us 10. And your answer is 10. Children, a simple question for you. Alright, moving ahead now with the next question. When we do division of fractions, we're going to first write down the first fraction as it is given in the question there. We will change the division sign to a multiplication sign, and you will flip this number 2 upon 15 into 15 upon 2. When you change the sign, you also flip the number, that is called reciprocal. 2 upon 15 becomes 15 upon 2. Now we do the cancellation. As we can see, only two numbers can be simplified. 5 times 1 gives me 5 and 5 times 3 is giving me 15. Both these figures are there in our 5 times table. Okay, so we are just left with 17 times 3. What do you think 17 times 3 gives us? Let's do it here. 3 sevens are 21. Sorry, I will write this. 3 sevens are 21. I write 1 here. 2 goes here. 3 times 1 is giving me 3 plus 2, 5. So it gives me 51. And we have only 1 multiplied by 2 left. So 51 upon 2 is the answer. But since we are getting an improper fraction and it can be easily converted to the mixed number, so what will I do next? I put an equal sign. My denominator stays back on the same line there, the same place. 2 25s are 50 plus 1 gives me the answer. 25 whole 1 upon 2 is the answer. Let's move on to the next question here. 5 whole 8 upon 10 minus 2 whole 6 upon 5. So what are we going to do in this question? We are just going to find out the LCM. Simple, just draw the ladder here as explained to you earlier in my videos also and in the class too. So I'm going to just take 10 and 5 here. I'll take the least prime number, that is 2. 2 5s are 10. I bring the 5 down. And 5 times 1 5. 5 times 1 5. So 2 times 5 is giving me 10. 10 is my LCM. Okay, fine. 5 minus 2. Let's subtract the whole numbers. 5 minus 2 gives me 3. And I will draw a line here. Okay. And my LCM is 10. So I'm going to write down the LCM here. And 10 times 1 is giving me 10. 8 times 1 is giving me 8. 8 ones are 8 minus 5 times 2 gives me 10. And I'll bring the 2 here. 6 times 2 is giving me 12. Children, now we have come across a figure which is asking us to subtract a bigger number from the smaller one. So it's not possible. So what do we do when you come across a figure which is smaller here and a bigger number to subtract? As a bigger number is given to subtract from a smaller figure. What I will do is I'm going to just cut off the whole number and I'll make it 2. Why did I do that? Because basically I have my 10 here, and I will bring up the 10. Since I brought the 10, my denominator 2 will jump up here, and this 3 becomes a 2. Why this has become 2? Because the denominator has jumped up to help this 8. We add up the 10 and 8 together to get a bigger figure. So I'll do the rest of the working this side. Okay, so what will I get here? 2 comes here. 10 plus 8 is 18, minus 12 upon 10. Alright, and I'll bring the 2 again over here. 18 minus 12 gives me 6 upon 10. This is my answer. But do you think it can be simplified? Yes, it can be. 6 and 10 can be simplified by 2 times table. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 5 gives me 10. So my final answer would be 2 whole 3 upon 5 is going to be my answer. Okay, hope you have all got them correct. And in case if you have done any mistake there, then you can catch up with the video lecture that I just shared with you. Alright, now moving ahead with the last question of this sheet here. We have 14 here and 12, and you're going to find out the LCM. Okay, let's take the least prime number 2. 2 sevens are 14, but a comma. 2 times 6 gives me 12. Again, I can use my 2 times table. I use the same prime number. I'll bring the 7 down since it's not there in the 2 times table. 2 3s are 6. All right, I have 7 and 3. What's the next prime number? I'll take 3. Okay, and I'll bring down the 7 here. 3 times 1, and the last figure that I'm left with is 7. 7 ones are 7, and here it goes. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, and 12 7s are 84. Okay, 84 is my LCM. Okay. Alright, moving on to the side. I'll try to do it over here on this side so that it's visible for every one of us. 14 plus 3 is giving me 17. 15, 16, 17. My LCM is 84. So 14 times what is going to give me 84? Let's find out. 7, 14 3s are, 14 4s are, 14 6s are. I feel 14 6 is suitable. Why? Because if I multiply 14 by 6 here, 6 4s are 24. 2 goes up. 6 1s are 6 and 2 84. I'm trying to be as vigilant as possible because it's futile making mistake and then losing marks. So I did it over here to show if in case you're not sure, you can do your working in the column there. Okay, so 14 times 6 is giving me 84. 6 will come over here as well. Okay, 12 times what is giving me 84? 12 times 7 gives me 24. Okay, and I will write down the 7 above. 5 times 6, 30, plus 6 7s are 42. I have added this up. 17 will be as it is over here. 84 will come here. 30 plus 40 is giving me 70 plus 2, 72. Or you can add it like this: 3 plus 4, 7, and this 2 gives you the answer. But children, I feel 72 upon 84 can easily be cancelled by 12 times table. Children, if you're good at your tables, then you will never do any mistake there. So I knew my 12 times table, so I am not having difficulty here. 12 times 6 is giving me 72, and 12 times 12 times 6, no, 12 times 7 is giving me 84. See, I also got a bit confused while I was just multiplying. So anyone can get confused. So 12 times 7 is giving me 84. So my answer is going to be 17 whole 6 upon 7 is my answer. Hope your answer matches with mine here. Alright, and now we're going to move on to the next part. Alright, find the area of each triangle. Children, by now you should be very much familiar with the formula to find out the area of a triangle. What do you think the formula to find out the triangle, area of a triangle? So I'm going to just write it down to just revise the formula also with you. Area of a triangle equals to half into base into height. Okay, so here I go, area with the working, okay, of the triangle is what? Half. Children, this was explained to you in class that why do we do the half? Because in a rectangle or in a square, we can easily make a diagonal line and make a triangle. Two triangles can easily be made, okay? A square, be it a square or a rectangle, you can just split it into a half and then you get your answer. Be it a rectangle, in a rectangle, finding out the area of a rectangle, you only multiply length and breadth. But when you're finding out the area of a triangle, you will use the formula half into base into height. Half is already there. Base is this, where your triangle is standing. So I'm going to write down the 6 here, and my height is this. This is the height, of course. So this is going to be 5. Okay. So let's do the simplification here. 2 times 1 gives me 2, and 2 times 3 gives me 6. So what do you think the answer is? We have got 3 multiplied by 5, 15. And since it's given in centimeters, 15 centimeters square is my answer. Alright, it's very simple. Now moving on to the second figure. What did I give you here? A triangle given here, the base is 14 centimeters and your height is 6. Always remember, when you're finding out the area of a triangle, you are multiplying the base and height. And how do you find the height? When you see 2 lines perpendicular to one another. A perpendicular makes a right angle, okay? So here we see a line coming in the middle, which is telling us that this is the height. Over here also we did not have a right angle, so we just made a straight arrow here to show that this is actually a right angle there. Okay, a straight line. There's a straight line coming in here and we can see the right angle, right? So let's apply the formula. First, area of a triangle is equal to half into base and into height. Children, the purpose of making the video is very, very visible here, very, very clear, that whenever I'm showing the working, I want the working to be as it is in your classwork, in your assignments, or in your examination paper. Each and every step that you show here, it has marks there. So if you miss those steps and you only write down the answer, then you will not get the full marks. Did you understand this? I am also sharing the mark scheme with you. You write down the formula, you get a 0.5. You write down one working, the third, and so on and so forth. You will get the marks. But if you will not show the working and you just simply do the cancellation, give me the work, then you will not get the full marks there. So make sure to show each and every step the way I have explained it to you in the video. Okay, so 1 upon 2, the base is 14 and your height is 6. It's up to you whether you cancel 2 and 6, whether you cancel 2 and 14, because your denominator 2 can be cancelled with 14 also, and it can be cancelled with 6, but you have to take one of the number, either take 14 or 6 with this 2. So I have chosen 14 and 2. I'll make a combination of 14 and 2 and I'll cancel them up. Okay, we can only cancel a pair of numbers at a time. Okay, so I have a pair 2 and 14. 2 times 1 2, 2 times 7 14. Okay, so I am left with nothing here, just a 1 left here. 7 6 are 42. Since it's centimeters, so centimeters square. Got it? So 42 centimeters square is the answer. Always remember, when we are giving the working, the first step, the second step, and the third is the final step. You get marks in each and every step. Make sure you show your working. And remember, children, I always ask you in class as well to show your working. Whenever you're doing your work in your activity books, I keep focusing, I keep telling you, show your working. If working is missing, you will not get the marks. Just simple, I don't want those verbal answers there. Just do it cancellation, and you do a cancellation and give the final answer, then you will have lost your marks there. So make sure you show each and every step to get the marks. Okay? Alright, children, you are finding out the volume of the cuboid. Okay, the dimensions are given here. Length is 8 meters, breadth is 3 meters, height is 5 meters. First, you will show the formula. What is the formula to find out the volume of this cuboid? Volume is equal to length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. What is the length given? 8. What is the breadth given? 3. And what do you think the height is? 5. So we're going to multiply 8 3s is going to give us 24. Multiply it by 5. What do you get next? 5 4s are 20. 5 to the 10, 11, 12. 120. The answer is 120 meters cube. 3 sides are multiplied, so the answer would be in cube. 120 meters cube is the answer. Alright, children, now I would like everybody to do the corrections if you have any, and would love everybody to practice more and more. You have your activity books, you have other resources too. You can find out more questions online and get well versed in your maths. Alright, bye for now. Have a good day.